What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Three-Sided Box Prediction Center here for the NFL. It is championship week. We are almost at the end, the second last week of meaningful games. I am surprisingly still in it. Did not see this coming at the beginning of the year. I am your host, David. This is Michael. Interesting week, last week of football. Eagles held off Julio Jones on 3 straight short and goal situations in the red zone, and we got zero credit for any of that. The Vikings get a fluke play, and they're given all the credit, and they're again the favorites. So you know, good for them, I guess. Patriots, they won their game, obviously, and the Jags surprisingly beat the Steelers. They had a pretty good matchup. They put up 48 points in Pittsburgh. That's crazy. Yeah, and they still lost 42. But it was a shootout. It was a crazy game. This is what football's all about. All right, so all of our picks are in the description down below if you want to skip the specific time. But this week there's only 2, so you know, whatever. So I'll let you kick it off since I got the other one.
Well, first match is what? Patriots, Jags?
Yes.
Yeah, first match is, got the Patriots and the Jags. One team we expected to be in, the other team absolutely not being in the season. You want me to make my prediction, or are you going to go?
Okay, I don't know. Okay, I'll go. Well, the Patriots are hosting. It's the Jags at Patriots. I'm going to pick the Patriots because they're the favorites. They should be the favorites. Not like the NFC where everything's backwards. Jags had a good run. You know, credit to them and their defense and their coaching staff and whatever. And credit to Blake Bortles, who surprisingly did not make any crucial mistakes against the Steelers.
In fact, the opposite made all the throws he needed to make.
Yeah, but this is the AFC Championship. This is the 7th in a row for the Patriots, something like that. The 10th total, something crazy like that. This is their territory. The AFC Championship game is the Patriots Championship game. It's always going to be that. They will be there. They've always been there. They're going to continue to be there for the next few years until Brady and Belichick decide to retire. I don't think the empire is falling. I don't think the era is over. I don't know if they're going to win it all this year, but in terms of the AFC dominance, it's still there's Jags are extremely inexperienced. And they're going against the most experienced team of the last 15 years. So, if there's ever been a time for the Jags to pull an upset and make a statement and whatever, this would be the one. This is the biggest thing. I think this is a bigger game than whoever they've played in the Super Bowl. I think this is the biggest measuring stick than who they played in the Super Bowl. But I'm still gonna give it to the Pats. I'm gonna go with experience. It's not like they don't got the talent either. And dude. They lost their starting wide receiver. They lost their starting linebacker. Their coordinators are leaving. The hierarchy problem and power bullshit. All this stuff, and yet they're still fine. Brady supposedly dislocated his finger this week. Who cares? The guy doesn't need to. He doesn't throw bombs anyways half the time. It's a lot of fucking short, crossing routes. Anyways, I got the Pats. I think the Jags are. I think the run's over.
Well, the Patriots should be the favorite. As you said, they've been here before. They've done it. It's like a regular game for them. Many other teams would kill to be in their position at least once. They do it every year. But maybe it's the bias, but I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna go with the Jags.
It's definitely bias.
No, it's not. It's not only bias, I should say. The reason being is just because, look, obviously the Patriots should be favored, but I just feel like the Jags, they remind me a lot of those like Ravens teams. They remind me a lot of that Bronco team where like they didn't care like who they were playing. They didn't care that if they were playing Aaron Rodgers, they're playing Tom Brady, or they're playing Case Keenum or whoever the hell they're playing. Okay, they don't care. They are so confident that they're gonna shut you down, and they have zero flaws on that defense. Not one position is a bad position. Crazy athletic linebackers. They can rush the pass with 4 guys, which is the key to beating Brady, and they can go man-to-man press coverage with anybody. And honestly, I think it's a good matchup for them, minus Gronkowski. They need to cover him, but I think they're gonna put Ramsey on him, and I think it's gonna be like I think Gronkowski's gonna get his yards, but I don't think he's gonna get his touchdowns, and that's what counts.
I don't know.
I'm not done. And offensively, that's where I'm worried, because I'm worried that Belichick's gonna do what he always does, which is completely shut down your biggest strength and expose your biggest weakness. But honestly, I don't think the Pats have the personnel to do it. I think that the Jags are gonna punch them in the mouth. I don't think it's going to be like a crazy game for Fournette. I don't think he's going to go over the overall running game. I don't think he's going to go for like 100+ yards. I think he's going to be an efficient runner and make it 3rd and short and make it 3rd and manageable, and they're going to get those 3rd downs consistently. That's how you beat Brady. That's how you beat the Patriots, is clock management, controlling the football, running the football, and not being scared of the opponent across from you. I think the Jags win a close one. I do think that there is some magic with this team. I do think that they are, to talk about disrespect, this team was counted out from the beginning of the season, and they proved everybody wrong. So I got the Jags. There's a little bit of bias, but honestly, it just reminds me of the Broncos and Ravens teams. That
but those are established franchises with winning cultures, okay, in the past.
And wait.
Jags are not that.
I wanted to mention something. Maybe it's irrelevant, maybe it's not. The guy who beat Belichick and Brady
He's
twice.
not writing up. He's not coaching. He
is very involved. He's very involved. He's giving Marone a lot of tips, and he did it from the beginning. He's part of the coaching staff. He's giving them a lot of tips. I'm sure his experience is very valuable. It should be interesting.
I think you're overlooking the fact that they're playing the New England Patriots.
I'm not.
Okay,
I told you that they should be the favorite. I told you that they should be the favorite.
They are the favorite.
Okay, well, I'm saying rightfully so, but I'm just saying that
anyways,
the Jags have the
I got the Patriots, you got the Jags. Big difference between the Jags, Broncos, and Ravens. The Broncos and Ravens are established franchises with winning cultures for for a good chunk of the last 10 years, whereas the Jags have been the laughing stock of the NFL for the whole time they've been around, basically. So, that's the difference, and they're going against the greatest quarterback and the greatest coach of all time. So, I don't necessarily want the Patriots to win, but I just don't see how the Jags could pull it off. I don't see Belichick letting them win in New England. It's too crazy for me. But weirder things have happened. So I got the Patriots, you got the Jags. Next game. All right, now we got my matchup, NFC Championship match. Minnesota Vikings are heading into the city of brotherly love to play my Philadelphia Eagles. I cannot pick it to a rule, so I'll let you go off on your pick and your reason, and then I'll go on a little rant.
Well, first off, I want to say how crazy the ending was. The Vikings-Saints game. I didn't say it's not lucky. I said it's crazy.
Did nobody see my game? Did nobody watch how we shut down Julio Jones on the fucking goal line for 3 straight plays?
Okay, wait,
like that doesn't get any recognition at all.
I'm gonna say this. Okay, it was great. But it was some of the worst play calls I've seen.
It doesn't matter. You're still shutting down.
If you do a rollout,
that's on the last play. But you're still shutting down one of the greatest receivers in the league today, and one of the best of all time, literally on 3 straight on the fucking goal line.
And they didn't run the ball at all when they weren't gouging your team, but they got the edge a lot of times. Like, I'm not saying you guys don't deserve credit, but I think a lot of it has to do with the Falcons' horrific play calling.
You're an idiot. You're just the rest of the NFL Network and the ESPNs and all the other idiots that give us 0 fucking credit.
No,
okay?
I never said that. I said it was great. I said regardless of the play calls, you have to still make the play, and that's what they did. And I give a lot of credit, especially on the last play. It was really intense, and Eagles in that position. The favorite. They're at home. There's a lot of pressure.
We weren't the favorite.
Whatever, they're at home. Okay, like there's a lot of pressure on them, especially in that city, to make that play, and they did. So congrats to them. Anyways, I was just going to say that the Saints-Vikings game was crazy. Very lucky ending for the Vikings. Missed tackle. I hope the Williams is gonna be good. I really wanted him in the draft last year. He's a really good safety, and I think the Saints are gonna be fine next year. It's a really good run by them. and I think they have a shot to win the Super Bowl next year, to be honest, surprisingly. Anyways, so this matchup is a very interesting matchup. Two teams with great defenses, two teams with backup quarterbacks who were backup quarterbacks for Jeff Fisher.
No, Nick Foles was the starter.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Yes, we traded him.
Okay,
for
well, two quarterbacks for Jeff Fisher, sorry. Who are thriving outside of Jeff Fisher, which is...
big shock.
Big shock.
And so's the other guy that replaced both of them, Jared Goff.
Yeah, exactly. So it should be a really good matchup. I think these are two of the some of the best teams in the league, two of the best defenses in the league. With that being said, I'm gonna go with the Eagles on this one. I think overall they're a better team than the Vikings. Vikings, don't get me wrong, have two good receivers, really good receivers. Sorry, I should say. Decent O-line, quarterback playing good, and a great defense. Whereas the Eagles have a great defense, dominant in the run game, and a better offense than the Vikings. And the only thing that will worry me is if Nick Foles throws interceptions early on in the game. But I think from last game he's learned to deal with that, and I think he got really comfortable later on in the game. So I think he's gonna be fine with the weather and everything. And the Vikings are an indoor team, so I don't think they're gonna adapt well to that. They're gonna have to adapt initially. You know, the Eagles could skip that stage. So I'm gonna go with the Eagles in this one. I think they're gonna make them one-dimensional because they're a run team, and the Vikings aren't exactly a great run team anyways, like offensively. So I think the Eagles are gonna make them one-dimensional, make Case Keenum try to throw on them, and it's not like they have slouches on DBs either. So I got the Eagles winning this one. And I think you guys are into the Super Bowl.
Now, wouldn't that be special? This is my point of view, my take on the matchup. So, but we're the number 1 run defense. We're the number 4 overall. They're the number 1 overall, but I think they're the number 2 or 3 run defense. Okay. They're missing their starter, but Latavius Murray has had a pretty solid year. He's picked up the slack from Dalvin Cook. I think we're gonna stop them in the run game. I don't think they're gonna get anything in the run game. I think they're probably going to shut us down for the most part in the run game. But this is where I think the biggest difference is. They got 1.5 backs. Okay, they got Latavius Murray and their other guy. We got 3 really good running backs. Okay, we got LeGarrette Blount with all that experience. We got Jay Ajayi, who's a fucking monster. And we got Corey Clement, who wants to kill people when he has the ball. Alright? We got the best O-line in the league. Alright? We got Nick Foles, who I think it's going to come down to Nick Foles and Case Keenum, who's going to throw the first pick. I think both quarterbacks are not going to have great games, but it's going to be who makes the least amount of mistakes in the end. And Nick Foles has the experience and the know-how to not make that happen. And I feel like he has less pressure on him. And that's because a lot of analysts are saying, well, everyone knew this game was going to come from Case Keenum if he ever ends up having a bad day. Well, that's what we're expecting for Nick Foles too. It's not like we're not expecting that. Okay, we expected the second Carson went down for our season to end. And it hasn't. And we also have a guy named Alshon Jeffrey who has more touchdowns against the Minnesota Vikings than he does against any other team in the NFL. And it's not like he hasn't played the Vikings in a while. He was a Bear last year. He played them twice last year. He has 9 touchdowns in his career against them. Now, I'm not saying Jeffrey's going to go off because him and Nick Foles have not had the greatest connection. But there's another thing, is that the Vikings have not played a good tight end this year. We got Zach Ertz. He's hungry for the ball. He's healthy. He's ready to fucking go. We got Brent Selleck. We got Trey Burton. We got the best tight end fucking group in the league. Alright? We got 3 super athletic tight ends that can block really well. So we got that going for us too. Now, again, I'm not predicting we're going to win, because I could definitely see us losing this matchup, but I think the advantage is on us. We got home field advantage. We're not going to let those morons come in and do their stupid chants. We're going to wear our dog masks because we are the underdogs again, because we're disrespected. And yeah, I'm going to play that stupid card because it's fucking real. Alright? We're the number 1 seed in the NFL. And we're getting treated like we're the fucking 6th seed that barely made the fucking playoffs. Okay, we dominated. We lost 1 game at home when we played our 3rd strings in the last game of the fucking year. Okay? Enough is enough. Alright? If we need to get respect. The fucking Vikings won off a fucking fluke. The Eagles won off hard work. Alright? Our defense was dominant. Our O-line was fucking dominant against the Falcons. Oh yeah, let me just add it. They were the team that went to the fucking Super Bowl last year. We shut them down. They couldn't do anything. Alright? Now, this is what's going to come down to. Whose defense is going to make the better play and pick off one of the quarterbacks? And I think, I keep saying this, I've been saying it for weeks, but Case Keenum's wall will hit. We've already hit Nick Foles' wall. He played terrible versus the fucking Giants. Oh, no, he played really well against them. He played terrible against the,
Cowboys?
Well, he barely played against the Cowboys. Who the fuck did we play the week before? Oh, my God. Raiders, exactly. The fucking retard match. Okay? He played terrible. I think he got that out of his system. I think it's over. I think he knows how to manage it now. He knows how to get back on track. And I believe in Nick Foles. I believe in our offense. I believe in Doug Peterson to come up with a game plan and how to screw them up. We got so many crazy... That run play last week with Nelson Aguilar, alright, coming down the middle. My God, dude, like, who the fuck saw that guy? I'm telling you, Doug Peterson, Frank Reich, and I forgot our quarterback's coach. We had... First of all, we have an extra day to prepare. We had an extra day to prepare for this. Our game was last Saturday, their game was Sunday, and they got to travel. We don't got to travel anywhere. I really do believe in our team. I'm really hoping for a Super Bowl appearance. I'm really hoping for a Super Bowl win. But first we got to get past the Vikings. They're not going to be an easy test. I'm not blowing them off. I'm not saying we're going to kill them, because we're not. It's going to be a very tight defensive battle. It's going to be a lot of punts, a lot of 3-and-outs. It's going to be very frustrating. It's going to be a bit slow of a game. But I think our defense is going to step up when we need them most. We all we need. That's what we save for every fucking game. And, you know, my boy Malcolm Jenkins just welcomed his second daughter into the world the other day. And congrats to you and your family. And go win one for her. Go win one for the city. Go win one for yourself. Let's do this, boys. Fly, Eagles, fly. NFC Championship matches. Get to the Super Bowl, baby. Let's go!
I will say this, though, before you end it. The Vikings do have a tendency to, whenever, like, the hope is high, you know, like, some stupidity happens and they always fall short. So, like, now the hope is high because they won a miracle game, you know, like, off the Deluxe finally going the other way now. And they're one win away from hosting a Super Bowl for the first time ever. Usually doesn't bode well for Viking fans, unfortunately.
Look, I could definitely see the Vikings winning, but I'll also say this, okay? Yeah, they've dealt with a lot of injury. They lost their running back. They lost their quarterback, okay? We lost our quarterback. We lost one of our star running backs, Terrence Rose. We lost our starting linebacker, Jordan Hicks. Our weakest point at the beginning of the year was our corners. Our corners stepped up. We got 7 corners with at least 2 picks, all right? And our corners shut down Julio Jones in the fucking red zone on the goal line 3 separate times to end the game. All right, so we got that. The distraction of bringing in Jay Ajayi and how it would affect LeGarrette Blount and why they got rid of him in Miami and all this bullshit. Okay, we didn't have our starting kicker. We had to bring in a rookie. All right, in his first game to kick a 61-yard game-winning field goal against the fucking Giants. All this shit it's been there, and we've overcome it all. Now we go into the divisional round as underdogs, as the #1 seed in the NFL. All this shit we've overcome it. Give us some credit, but you know what? I don't want you to give us fucking credit, because this is what we feed off of. Because we're fucking dogs. We take the fucking scraps that you fucking leave and we make you fucking pay for it. This is what we're gonna do. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. Let's fucking do this, boys. I can't wait. So thank you so much for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. Smash that like button, not video. Subscribe if you haven't. Share the video with your friends. We really appreciate the love. Throw your picks in the comments down below. We love to hear what you guys have to say, especially this. It's such an interesting matchup. It's 2 former teammates going at it in the NFC Championship match, 2 backups, and it's crazy. The NFL hopefully is maybe changing, and the hierarchy of the NFL will finally shift to somewhere else. Hopefully to Philadelphia. That'd be great. So put your picks down below in the comments. Enjoy the matchups, guys. It's gonna be a crazy Sunday. There will be no predictions for the week after because it's the Pro Bowl. So we'll see you all in 2 weeks for our Super Bowl predictions. Take care, guys. Enjoy the matchups, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Take care.